we've touched on this a couple times, of course, because we watch a lot of movies and content and stuff. There is no quality anymore. Quality is gone. It is about quantity. It is about churning out, in this case, movies. The CGI, even though it's becoming more used, I think, especially like with Marvel, you're not filming on location. You're not, actually in a town. Like you're just green screens and platforms. Like that's your whole movie. And yet, the CGI was better 10 plus years ago in some projects, not all of them. But in some projects, it was just, there was more attention to detail. Like, what do you think it is?
Capitalism. Obviously, it's like I think, like I told you yesterday, when you reach your peak, when you hit a franchise that hits its absolute, like it's never gonna make as much money as this, then the only way you make more money is by cutting costs, is by cutting quality. Because once you gain that market share and now you're completely visible to millions and millions of people with said product, you don't need to keep up the quality because you know not everyone's going to keep buying. So now you can cut quality in certain areas that you feel like people won't notice because they'll still go. They may just, oh, it's not as good as the last one, but I still support it. It's not as good. Like that's why Walking Dead went 10 seasons or whatever because yeah, eventually the storyline got stale, but because they were so used to watching it because they were so programmed at that point, it's just residual money. Just get it back. So I think right now the reason everything feels like quality has been cut is because people, especially because of social media, everyone is starting to understand the value of content. Everyone is starting to understand the value of their position. And with the economy squeeze and price gouging and grocery prices going up, real estate going up, now it's we need to get things out faster. We need to start being more innovative quicker. It's now we need to work more hours, but not only are we not going to pay you more, but we're also going to lay off a couple people that weren't working out anyway. So now instead of three people doing the job one person could do, now it's one person doing the job three people can do. So you're going to lose quality. You're going to lose care, effort. And if you're literally not letting the creatives be creative in the process by hindering, that's not in the budget. Like, well, we can't afford that. Like, that person costs too much, you're going to just have stagnation. And that great market share that you had is going to be overtaken by some other young upstart like A24 or something like that. They're going to start to take over because now they have the passion and they have the creatives and they have that quality that was missing. I think as social media builds and builds and we as a world gets more connected, connected to the point that we can call somebody in South Korea and we're talking in English, but they're hearing Korean. And they're talking in Korean and hearing English. When we start to get to those levels, these big corporations, these Marvel studios are going to be in serious trouble because they will no longer be needed in the distribution part of the process. Because that's, I am because all like because social media and everyone getting is getting closer, and because you don't now need to run an ad on just Fox, ABC, or CBS, now you can be on someone's Instagram that's promoting your movie or promoting your product or whatever like that. Your supply chain, your distribution chain is now weak because I don't need to go to Disney to get 20,000 people to come see my show in whatever city I'm in. Like now I just need to go and just post this is where I'm going to be, or I need to just reach out to the right people in that city that have big eyes on them. It's the supply chains are starting to change more to a consumer to consumer, and I think that's what companies are lacking, but they don't see it because they're not in the same reality that we're in. They just see numbers on a board. They just see percentages, but they don't actually see the changing of the guard of consumers putting out more content than big Hollywood studios. If any of that made sense, I'm sorry, I kind of went way on a crazy tangent. So, to answer your question simply, we're in a transitional period right now of profit versus creativity, and profit is at its peak right now. So I think we're transitioning into creative, going back into a more creative process.
Gotcha.
Yeah.